Hello, everybody. This is my project comparing a cell to a school. This is the plant cell. This right here, the first thing we're going to look at is the nucleus, because it's one of the most important things in a cell. I think the nucleus is kind of like the guidance office because it stores all the information needed to keep the school running. The next part is the nucleolus. Right there. And the nucleolus is surrounded by chromatin here, which holds the chromosomes and all that good old genetic information. And I think that's like Miss Foot and the guidance counselors as the head of the cell because they control everything. And then, or they'd be the nucleolus. And then all the papers and all would be the chromatin. Next, we have the Golgi body, or the Golgi apparatus, right here. And that would be like Miss J in the office because she tells students where to go when they're late and gives them passes to take to their classes. And next is the rough ER, or the rough endoplasmic reticulum. It is called the rough endoplasmic reticulum because it is filled with ribosomes, so it's not smooth. And the rough endoplasmic reticulum is like the teachers. They help package proteins with the help of the ribosomes, as stated earlier. And this is a ribosome. And the ribosomes are like the students. And the students and the teachers together make the product, which in this case would be education, I guess, and in the cells it would be proteins. Next is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. It does not have any ribosomes stuck to it. And it filters toxins out of the cell. So I think it would be like the school nurse who helps to keep us healthy and at school. Next is the chloroplast. This green thing. They only have them in plant cells. So they are producers. Everything else has to get its food from another source by either eating another or eating a producer or eating something that eats a producer. And the chloroplasts would be like the lunch ladies because they make the food. And another thing is a plastid, which stores the food, and that would be like the kitchens. So the chloroplast or the lunch ladies will make the food, and then the food is stored in the kitchen or the plastid until it is needed. Next is the mitochondria, or mitochondrion. And that's the part of the cell that makes the ATP from the food made in the chloroplasts through photosynthesis. And that would be like the lunchroom. Then here is the vacuole. Plant cells have one big one, animal cells have many smaller ones. And they store water and food sometimes. And they would be like a storage closet in a school. And then we have the cell membrane. keeps it all together. Animal cells only have a cell membrane. Plant cells have a cell membrane and a cell wall. And that would be kind of like the parking lot. And because anything that comes in has to be approved, and if it's not, if it's the parking lot, it gets towed. You can only park in a specific space, and there's signs that tell you what to do and where to go and which entrances to use and which entrances not to use, and where you can and can't park. If you're in the wrong spot, you'll get taken away. The next are these little structures all over the cell that are part of the cytoskeleton, and there's two types of those. The first one is the microfilaments, and they hang mostly around the cell membrane, help it to keep its shape and structure. And that would be kind of like the curb on the outside of the school that's painted yellow, because it helps people to know that this is the edge of the school grounds, and it helps the school grounds to keep their shape. And then the other little structures part of the cytoskeleton found are the microtubules. And in animal cells, these microtubules make up the centrioles, which help in making new cells, mitosis. And they would be like the structure, the microtubules would be like the structure of the school, which you can see kind of here in this picture where they're building the new building. And the centrioles would be like the construction workers who are building the new building, because they're making basically another cell, because it'll be another separate building, I believe. Next we see the lysosomes. And the lysosomes get rid of waste. They would be kind of like the trash cans. A lysosome will take the waste from the cell and just the lysosome will kind of digest it and get rid of it. We have to wait for the trash man or the janitor to come take it away, and then it's taken off of the school grounds. And last, but certainly not least, we have the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is the jelly-like substance that's in between everything else. So it fills up the space in the cell that's left over after all the other space has been taken up by everything else I just mentioned. And it holds all of the other organelles where they're supposed to be. And that would be like all of the school grounds that's not what I mentioned. So the halls, the lawn outside, the little, I don't know what they'd be called, garden type things. That would all be part of the cytoplasm. And there's a lot of it in our school, as you can see by the way that I've sped up this video. This isn't even all of it. There's lots of it. Everywhere. If our school were a cell, most of it would be cytoplasm. The credits: photographer, Chance Snyder; video editor, Chance Snyder; voiceover, Chance Snyder. Man, this girl is good. Concept, Chance Snyder and Miss Nelson. Chance Snyder can't have all the credit. A thank you to everyone who was willing to have their picture taken. Your help was greatly appreciated. To all you kids watching, good luck in high school. You're gonna need it.